Dak says he's not a magic pill. Actually, that's not what the fans think. That's not what the Cowboys front office think, because they believe that this guy is the guy that can put us over the hump to get us to win the NFC East, which you believe they're going to do. And with that becomes a lot of responsibility. A lot of expectations will be placed on this young man's shoulders, because if it doesn't pan out, they're like, okay, they're going to start looking at Jerry sideways because, you know, you wanted it. Jerry, do it. Jerry, do it. Jerry, you lost your stomach.
Jimmy, I don't even speak, and he's like speaking for me.
No,
like, you all my, you know what? I should just take the rest of the day off.
No. I don't think so.
If I'm the Cowboy fans, I'm concerned because with Khalil Mack's situation was different, Skip. Okay, John Gruden says, well, Khalil didn't show up to camp. He didn't want to be here, so we moved him. Amari Cooper was there every day. Coach Gruden had an opportunity to see him work in practice every day. He had an opportunity to see him work in the game. And for some reason, Coach Gruden wanted to move on. Now, does Amari Cooper have big play capability? Does he have the ability to break the game wide open? Sure, absolutely. His ability has never been questioned. It's the consistency that's been questioned endlessly since Amari Cooper's been into the league, because we'll see him have games of 140, and then the next game he have 15 yards. He'll have a game of 118, 120, and then he'll have 3 catches for 27 yards. So it's not his ability that's going to be questioned. The consistency. What is he going to give you game in and game out? That's what the Dallas Cowboys fans are expecting. And I know you sitting over there, you hoping. You just better hope you don't get the Amari Cooper of this year and you get the Amari Cooper of the first 2 years.
You take a day off and you're like a mind reader.
I know you.
Are you reading my notes?
Yep.
Are you stealing from me? I don't know.
I can't read that mess.
All I know is that I was dozing off over here, listening to your lifeless, unenthusiastic, monotone delivery. You got to have some energy when you talk about Amari Cooper to America's team.
No. Oh, you that excited about it?
I am excited. But every night I get more excited because the more I think about it, the more I love this. They just went out and got a 2-time Pro Bowler who's all of 24 years of age. And he is completely healthy. He was in concussion protocol, but he says he's completely out of that. But he's had no knees, no shoulders, no Achilles, no nothing. He is just good to go. And I have talked to him. I had one session with him on the other network, and I found him to be a really bright young man and a quick study. And I think he will just pick up this Cowboy offense lickety-split, and now perfectly right on schedule. They do have a bye week. What a great time to go acquire the missing link. Go get him so that you can at least have some extra practice.
But Dak said he wasn't a miss. Dak said he's not a magic pill. Now, what did you say?
We pulled that quote a little bit out of context because the story that I read, and I believe it's the Dallas Morning News, the early quotes, the higher quotes are, Dak was talking about how excited the whole football team is, and I'm going to use one quote out of there. Guys on defense are excited. The DBs are excited. The defensive backs.
Yeah, because they tired of carrying you.
Okay, so the point is that that's what I tried to tell you. Finally, Jerry Jones actually woke up and did something.
Okay.
Again, did he plunge? Yes. Did he overpay for Amari Cooper? Yes, he did. I said, I'd give a 4th rounder. He gave a 1st. Were the Eagles poised to give a 2nd? Had they offered a 2nd? Were the Redskins going to get in the bidding war? Yes, they were. So he just closed the deal. And I say, thank you, Jerry Jones, because he sent a message to a locker room that is struggling. Because to your point, the defense is 2nd in points allowed. They're hanging in, and the offense can't close deals on the road. 0-4 on the road. But if you have a playmaker, you have a real, live Pro Bowl #1 receiver who's athletic, he's a glider, he's got that easy, deep speed. He can run by people before they even know it. He'll run past you. Okay? So the whole locker room, according to Dak, is excited. And he also went on to say that after watching him getting to throw to him on the practice field, again, against air, I think it was 7-on-7, he said some of the things he does just jump out. Well, obviously they do because he's got this collection of number 3s. Allen Hurns, Deontay Thompson. You're out there.
He's the best route runner Dak's ever thrown to.
By far. And we know Dez didn't run routes, right?
Right.
And again, Dak said, it's like getting a new toy. So then he tried to temper all this by saying, hey, hold on, this is later in the interview, according to the Dallas Morning News. This isn't a magic pill. One player isn't going to make all these errors that we've been making go away. Well, he's not. The one guy is going to keep Dak from fumbling at the goal line if he gets careless with the football. Okay? So the quarterback is taking a little pressure off Amari and saying, well, put it back on me.
He can't because they made a trade for him during the middle of the season. So he's telling you, anytime you make a trade, that guy automatically, you're saying he's the guy. He's the piece. But let me ask you this, Skip Bayless. You say Amari comes in, he doesn't have any knee, no hip, no shoulder, no injury, he's out of concussion protocol. Why the inconsistency?
I can't explain it. I don't know. Did he, again, 2 years, big time. When you're a rookie in the NFL and you make the Pro Bowl, is that not pretty great?
Yes.
Did you make the Pro Bowl your rookie year? No, you didn't. Because it's hard. Huh? You made the team.
Yeah, exactly.
You did.
Start there.
Okay, so he made the Pro Bowl.
Yes.
And then he slipped in
Well,
his
second year he made the Pro Bowl
That's
also.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He slipped in his third year, and then he really slipped this year. He had a couple of 100-yard games, but you failed to point out that there was a story, you were off yesterday, but there was a story out of Oakland that he had asked out. So it wasn't like he was happy and they dumped him, although I think John Gruden was out on him because of his inconsistency. And I told you, he's not your typical alpha male diva receiver. He's not in your face. He's a quiet guy. He plays sort of quietly. His body language is not loud. And I think John Gruden said, well, I need every down intensity, and I don't see it from 89. And he wants to start over with his guys. Khalil Mack, I don't think he saw every down intensity from Khalil Mack, and he said, I can do better than that. Can he? Well, that's highly debatable and probably highly doubtful. But he said, I can do better than Khalil Mack or Amari Cooper. And I think he's about to say I can do better than that quarterback that he has.
Well, I've been out on the quarterback for a long time.
All right, you have. I give you that.
But here, the thing is, Skip, is that the one thing that Coach Gruden is going to have to understand, you can't coach every player the exact same way. Some guys you can yell at, Skip, and they can roll it off and they go do their job. Some guys will shut you out. Some guys will become confrontational with you.
They will.
So Coach Gruden is under the old school, you know. Coach Landry coached everybody. I mean, you know, they were hard. They grind you. They ground everybody. But in today's game, these players are different now.
I know. And listen, I know John, and he's about, John, like 5'9". He's got a little Napoleon going on because he wants to get up in the face of guys who are like a foot taller. He coaches hard. And he coaches profanely. And he coaches to get under your skin and to push your deepest button. And some buttons cannot be reached that way. As you know.
You're absolutely right.
So I don't know, but he's going to have to go find the guys who will respond to that kind of coaching. Is it too old school? Is it not new school enough?
Well, I tell you what, Skip, you can't keep giving away your best players.
I agree.
Because at some point in time, that comes up. Because think about what you just hope, Skip, that when you draft, especially this high, because Khalil Mack, I think, was the 4th pick, Amari Cooper was the 4th pick. When you draft this high, you're like, man, I hope we got a guy for 10 years and this guy can play. Well, Khalil Mack not only could play, he was Defensive Player of the Year.
I got
Amari Cooper went to 2 Pro Bowls.
Okay, I'm with you, but if you have 5 #1 picks in the next 2 years, you could wind up with the #1 overall pick because you could trade for it. So you could go to the top and start over.
Skip, my grandma used to always say, boy, the devil you know is better than the one you don't. I know what I had with Khalil Mack. You don't know what you're going to get with these prospects.
You don't.
They might turn out to be, and one of them might be Khalil Mack. He might be even better than Khalil Mack. You might have the next Carson Wentz or Jared Goff at the quarterback position. Or you might get the next franchise old lineman or defensive lineman or something. You never know. I knew from Khalil Mack, I'm going to get me double-digit sacks. I'm going to get me an all-pro, Pro Bowl player. That's what I know I had with him.
Okay. So I like 2 other things that Amari said about Dak and America's team.
What did he say?
Amari said, I really like the way Dak throws the ball. It's a good ball, meaning to catch.
So what he said about Derek Carr?
Well, I don't know what he said.
You know what he said.
Okay, the more important point is, did Des Bryant ever say that about Dak's ball, easy to catch? I never heard that.
It doesn't matter. He was dropping them anyway.
Okay, he was dropping them anyway, but he never seemed to love them, and they never seemed to get on any same page. So this is a good start when the new receiver, the new #1 says, I really like the way, you know how some balls are easy to catch and some balls, John's balls always looked hard to catch to me. I don't know. They did, because he just threw too hard.
But Skip, here's the thing. What did Dez say? When Tony Romo was working his way back, Dez says he looks like the same Tony Romo.
He did?
Even when he had Dak throwing the ball, Dak was the starter. He's talking about how good Tony Romo looked running the scout team or running or just throwing against air. That's what Dez was doing because Dez knew Tony Romo was going to put the ball up no matter what. And Dak, they had coached Dak to get away from that. We're better. We don't have to force the ball. We can run the ball, and if it's not there, don't force it. Well, they took Zeke away, and Dak had to go against what he had been taught earlier, force the ball. He's like, you see what it's getting me? Y'all got me out there. Y'all got Shannon Sharp giving me a flunking grade because I'm out here throwing the dares in double coverage because you say, he can go up and get it. He's that athletic. Well, maybe he used to be with Tony Romo, but he's not that way with me, and I'm looking horrible throwing him the football.
Okay, I agree with that. So the final non-diva quote from Amari Cooper was, and I'll read it again, I bring a lot of playmaking ability. I can stretch the defense, but then there's a but to this. All those things, I will leave that for you guys to see. How many diva #1 receivers would make a statement like that? Because he just finally said, I don't want to talk about me. Let me just go show you.
Yeah, I want to talk. Okay. Hold on. Are you asking me about me? Or are you asking me about somebody else? Because if you ask me about me, I'm going to talk about me.
Well,
you ask me about somebody else?
Wait, we know that.
Oh, I got to talk about me.
We really know that.
What am I supposed to do?
America knows that.
What am I supposed to do, Skip?
Well, you're a diva tight end.
No. Jenny, I believe in auspicious, conspicuous consumption. You know what that means, Skip? If you have it, you flaunt it.
Yeah.
I'm good. I know I'm good.
We noticed.
You look at IG. Them girls be on them girls that have nice figures and guys that have nice money. Look at Floyd Mayweather. Got bundles of money up there. You flaunted Skip Bayless. So Amari Cooper, if you that dog, you let him know.
He's not that dog. He's not that dog. He's not built that way.
Whoa. Wait a minute.
That's not
you
his
want a guy on your team you want a guy on your team that's not that dog?
I want a guy who just does it.
No. Now, you told me you like cold-blooded assassins. That's why you love Michael Jordan. That's why you love Kobe Bryant, because they're assassins. LeBron James doesn't have that assassin gene
I'm not
in
putting Amari Cooper in the Michael Jordan category.
No, but you say you like them dogs.
Well, who doesn't like them dogs?
Well, that ain't what Amari is.
You know, he just runs sweet routes.
Oh, so that you want a route runner.
No, I just want a route runner. I want somebody who just glides by the defense because all of a sudden, my defense is excited, my offensive line is excited, Zeke is excited, and the opposing defensive coordinator is not excited because he's second-guessing himself, saying, I don't know if we can just lock everybody up and press man and blitz every down and run blitz. You know, like you can't do that anymore. Why not? Because you can't lock him down in single coverage. You just can't.
Well, the Raiders, seemingly, I guess you could, because the Raiders got rid of him for some reason, Jen.
Well, I mean, maybe he needed a fresh start, too.
Yeah, maybe he did.
It's re-energized you guys.
What guy you know that's doing what he's supposed to do, getting a fresh start? What guy you know that's producing like he's supposed to, like the 4th pick in the draft, like a 2-time Pro Bowl player getting a fresh start somewhere else?
You got a fresh start right here, and you're producing.
Threw that right back at you, Shannon.
There you go.
I like it.
You got jokes this morning.
I got jokes.
Okay.
You were
that
gone,
wasn't a joke.
Saved up for you.
That was the truth.
It is the truth, Skip Bayless.
Only truth here. Steph Curry went off last night. That is something that's true. Is he trying to make an early season statement?